star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thanks to Skylar Cole for that stirring rendition of our national anthem. And we'll be right back. It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Denver Nuggets against the Portland Trailblazers here at Moda Center. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. From the sideline, we'll have David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a moment. Hey, Dave.
Thanks very much. Now, Commissioner Adam Silver is continuing to push for the creation of an in-season tournament. He says the notion is to steal a page from European soccer. It's not the Larry O'Brien Trophy, but something secondary that teams care about. Something you'd see players go into that extra gear for. Kevin, back to you.
That's pretty intriguing, DA. That's an interesting story, and we thank you for giving it to us. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Murray and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Gordon steps in at the 4 with Jokic in at center. And it's Porter in at the small forward spot. And for Portland, their forwards, it's Hart and Grant. Sharp out there with Anthony Simons. And it's Nurkic in at center. I've always wondered this, Brent, for the players, do they approach these early season games any differently than a game in, say, April?
Yeah, for sure, Kevin. I think you're still not in tip-top shape. You're still trying to figure out any additions to the roster that have been made in the offseason, and you're trying to find your own personal rhythm as to how this season is going to get started. So the approach for sure early on in the season is different than when you get to springtime.
Back to Gordon. 5 to shoot. Jokic sets the screen for Caldwell Pope. And the first shot of the night for him, missing. Here's Sharp. Basket counts.
And drawing first blood, you know coach likes that momentum out of the gate.
Well, for us, it'll be interesting. Can they keep that kind of pace up all game long?
A guy who hasn't played a lot of ball. Sharp, though, has all the all-star tools they think available to him.
An exceptional shot maker from outside. And he's got great vertical bounce, almost a 7-foot wingspan. And he is relentless in his attack.
Now, here's Simons. Following the miss by Jokic. Now, here's Simons. We saw him with 29 points last game. Over Murray. And it's Simons missing.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
And an efficient start here offensively, working it inside for the easy 2.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And you gotta love the aggression that he had, taking it to the rim there. Sets the tone in a close game like this one.
Now, here's Grant. His last outing, he had 18 points. 1:21 left in the first. And there's the pass to Jokic. Kicks it to Porter. Passes it to Jokic. Shoots over Nurkic. Jokic, no good. Jokic is gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Now Grant, with an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. Simons against Caldwell Pope. And it's in there.
The handles right there from Simon. Great job of just creating enough space for him to do the damage.
Caldwell Pope outside. Pass to Jokic. Shoots over Nurkic. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Caldwell Pope.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Now, here's Simon. Right now, he averages nearly 23 points a game, a relentless offensive force. Here's Hart, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Michael Porter Jr. First personal foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
At the line for your Trailblazers, Josh Hart. Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2. And he makes the first. And Hart drops them both.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Here's Highland. Puts up a 3. The shot comes out. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Trailblazers out in front. They lead by a bucket. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this.
Fans, have a big round of applause for your Trailblazers.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Last outing for Denver, they won that game against the Mavericks in Dallas. GA, something that's kept Portland from getting over the hump is their defense.
Kevin, their defensive rating hasn't been pretty for several years. It's a point of emphasis for the Blazers going forward. Shore up the D and try and take that next step.
Little out there with Winslow. Then it's Josh Hart. Then it's Johnson. And it's Eubanks in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Here's Hart after Jeff Green's bucket. Hart the pass to Eubanks. Smith with it. Here's Najee. Here's Highland. They grab their own miss. Najee, good. Najee's got the lead up to 2 now for the Nuggets.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
And here is Hart. 17 points in his last outing. Gets it to fall. A bucket from Eubanks. I've heard it said, Greg, a coach can't give you confidence, but they can take it away. What's the meaning behind that?
Well, players at this level are naturally confident, but when coaches are always critical, it can take you out of your game. Makes you just start to think a little too much on the floor.
4 on the shot clock. Smith finds Green. From outside, off the mark. Pass to Johnson. Here's Eubanks. 1:03 left now here in the second. Hart, the pass to Eubanks. The jump hook, and the shot is long. And so Green will bring it up for the Nuggets. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Last time against the Trailblazers, they lost in Portland.
Yeah, I remember last time they met up, they just got ran out of the building. They weren't too happy with some of the calls in that game either.
Yeah, they wound up with a lot of foul trouble, but that's on them. The officials were calling it tight, and they never really adjusted. They kept committing fouls, kept complaining, and the game kept getting out of control.
The shot's good. Brown making the play.
The assist.
Green's got his second bucket.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Now, here's Hart. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Johnson outside. The three. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Nuggets lead by 2. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Here with Coach Malone. Mike, with that slow start, what did you like about how your team managed to stay in the game?
You're not making shots. You got to impact the game in other ways. So I thought our defense was terrific. Now we just got to find a way to make some open looks, get to the basket, and keep that defense at a high level.
Well, Coach, thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, David. We'll step away briefly, but we'll be right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
Hey everybody, halftime is upon us, and a battle is also upon us. Not Kenny and Shaq this time, thankfully, but 2 outstanding players through the first half.
A couple of guys locking horns tonight. Neither one of them backing down as you would expect. You could tell both teams are giving these guys space to work.
And they're taking advantage of the opportunities. And now let's check out the Denver Nuggets, who are in a close game after 1 half of play.
Sometimes we overlook it, but the defense has been stingy tonight, like a bee, just stinging you. Man, it's not complicated. It's all about communication and effort, and then stingy becomes stingy.
That certainly brought the energy, at least for 1 half. We'll talk about bees, I'm allergic.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Here's Sharp. Second half is underway. Here's who Michael Malone's got on the floor. Out on the perimeter, it's Caldwell Pope and Porter Jr. Gordon steps in at the 4 with Jokic in at center. And it's Murray in at the 1 spot.
And after spending his first 7 years in Orlando, Aaron Gordon traded in 2021, going from the Magic, a team out of the playoffs, to a team chasing a title. It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And with Aaron Gordon leaving Orlando, Greg, how'd you think that deal worked out for him?
Kevin, I think the change of scenery was great for Gordon, taking on more of a complimentary role and getting more big game experience.
No good from Grant.
I get a feeling that he made that much more difficult than he had to. No reason why he had to fade away on that jumper.
Passes it to Gordon. Outside Porter, 6 to shoot. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Great D that time from Nurkic. Trailblazers trail by 5. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking a little.
Well, Simon's known for a guy who can really get it going from behind the line, and he can do some damage. He's got length and vertical ability from it.
Here's Murray. The Blazers getting the bucket. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. From deep. And again, Denver no good.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, the Blazers missed the playoffs last season for the first time in almost a decade. Coach Billups says, it's been a lot here so far, but I just know that I'm built for this. This is what I do, and it gives me the opportunity to stand up as a man to show that I can lead. I'm ready for it. Kevin?
I think he is, and he's embracing the challenge, which is fun to watch. David, thanks. And it's Simon's missing.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Pass to Gordon. Outside Porter. Jokic high post. Shoots over Nurkic. And it's Jokic missing. Portland trailing here. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Grant. Over Gordon. No good from Grant. Nurkic against Porter. To the middle. Gordon kicks to Caldwell Pope. Can't get it to fall. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. The Nuggets on top, up 2. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the 4th quarter gets underway. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. Justice Winslow out there with Grant. Then it's Anthony Simon. Then it's Sharp. And it's Watford into the 5. Home in the paint. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. And that one's good by Porter.
And never lacking for confidence, as Porter is not going to let a little bit of contact hold him up.
Sharp, the pass to Watford. Simon's up top. Rebound by the Nuggets.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Now the pass to Highland. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Pass to Gordon. He kicks it to Porter. Jokic a screen. Pulls up. Porter, no luck. And here's Grant. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Trailing by 4. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
In the last few years, we've seen a nice leap from Jeremy Grant, including how effective he can be in that spot.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
Well, we've also seen them being very aggressive down in the paint. All game long, they've been hunting down those inside points.
The free throw drops for Grant.
And he's got such a smooth stroke, and it never changes, even in this kind of a high-pressure situation.
Down low. Here's Jokic. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
What's Jokic, like 6'10" out there? Not many defenders are going to be able to match up with that kind of size.
One shot.
That was the free throw, probably even bigger. Now you've got a two-possession lead all of a sudden.
Simons surveying the D. And it's blocked by Gordon.
What a swat by Aaron Gordon.
Jokic passes to Smith. Back to Jokic. Jokic draws the double. Inside. The second effort, and he sinks the layup. Jokic has got 5 points now this quarter.
And you might need two guys to help get Jokic off the glass.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They trail by 6. 1:14 left to play here in the fourth.
Clap it up, fans.
Norkic checked in for Portland. Josh Hart comes in for Winslow. Murray's checked in for the Nuggets. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Chauncey Billups coaching up his team during that break. He told them, don't look at the scoreboard. It's 0-0. One play at a time. Execute the game plan. That's how we're going to win this game. Evan is trying to keep you focused.
Thank you, David. Here's Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. And it's an 8-point Nugget lead.
And the Joker right now is dealing all-around game from him, reminding all of us he can pile up the points.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Brown the pass to Jokic. Over Hart, and there's another one for the Nuggets.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Caldwell Pope kicks to Brown. Murray the pass to Jokic. Brown outside. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who's standing by with our player of the game. Take it away, David.
Thanks, Kevin. Nicola, coach has talked about the growth of your leadership. What's gotten you to be more vocal?
I just want to help my teammates. I think if we say something, they're going to listen to me. I just want to make them better, so I'm just going to do that.
Well, it sounds like they're listening, man. Appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. As New Balance presents our player of the game, Nikola Jokic.